Seattle, Washington, home to renowned franchises present and past, from the Seahawks to the Supersonics, but there is a cornerstone program in this city. It is the Huskies of UW. They've always had a place here, a place of excellence that these fans hope will continue today. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Badgers offense will get the first crack at it here. And there he is. When you have a guy like this, you don't mind building your attack around the running game, guys.
And he's a... There's no doubt about it. This offense runs through him. Everybody gets their emotion, and everything is built on him.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. On second down, he's looking downfield. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what... He sticks. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab on the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, 3rd and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. That 43-yard field goal attempt was well within his range, but he misfired, and they'll turn the ball over. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 26. They get him down after he makes the catch. After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Sweet cut there. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. They'll give it to him again. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep him honest, pound that rock.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. They've been running it, but now the pass. Turns it loose. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Huskies!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in the rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
It seems like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabs it in the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Now adjusting. At midfield, he's got room. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Badgers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, shoot up yards, getting a big play down the field.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They'll run the screen. At the 35, he's loose. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Auburn is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. And if that quarterback can find a little magic a la Cam Newton, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to Kentucky. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He finds his man. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Nice job getting to the QB there. And the best Wisconsin defenses always seem to have a game breaker and a difference maker. This guy can do that for this unit. But we think back to the Watt brothers, right? TJ, JJ.
And he's got it at the 10. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Huskies with the 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. They'll throw it on first down. They're trying to get to it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down and get some positive yards.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Direct snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch. Yeah,
you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Finds the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. The Badgers send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The give to the back. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. He's going to take off. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Getting some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch is made, but there is laundry on the deck, so we might be having a do-over.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Unloads it left. He's got it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. Looking for a deep man. Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Huskies. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Spencer. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. First down here for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's going to run it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Still deep in their own territory, 2nd and 6 from the 15. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game. They had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll throw it on first down. Coming after him. Buys a little time with his feet. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. This is a designed run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Washington!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Spencer. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Only 10 seconds remaining here in the first half as they put it in play, 1st and 10. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline.
The Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Brock. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. He's got it down the left side. Then he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Washington! And the pummeling has started.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35, Wisconsin, 3.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Badgers will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The inside handoff. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
This is an offense that leads the nation in first downs because there's so many different ways they can attack you. They're versatile. They could throw it. They could run it. They've got so much balance, and that's what makes them so hard to stop.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Lets it fly. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Touchdown, Huskies! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Running back searching for a hole. The Badgers get enough for the first down.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Reels it in down the left side. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Badgers. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
They're going to run it to the right. At the 40, there he goes. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. He'll take the deep shot. He caught it. Touchdown, Huskies. And the stomping has commenced.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
49, Wisconsin, 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He'll ride his man on the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here comes the option. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Wants to throw on second down. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. Wide open downfield. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. Pressure coming. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Field goal is good. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail.
13.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts you...
All kinds of running room. He's at the 10. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally...
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the...
Touchdown, Huskies! And the route is on. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. And how easy was that for this offense? Tight end just wide open on the outside.
And Reese, one thing, I know this defense is concerned with all the speed offensively they've got at the wideout position, but you can't forget about the tight end. There's no way that guy should be that wide open on the perimeter of the field.
On third down, he drops to throw. Setting up the screen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. And that, my friends, is getting the perfect bounce, the perfect punt, the perfect roll. They'll have them locked down inside their own 5. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. That's a way to get some breathing room. He's got 5 out to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is ready to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They want that clock to run. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run it to the right here.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
After run, now throw. He'll try to do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Just steamrolling his way through. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide out in motion. The play action fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Man, that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They might need a telescope to find the first down marker, but they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down and run. But a little time, lets it go. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Offense set on 1st down. He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game. And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football.
What a snag by the defense. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception.